They keep buying these Rivians. Lance. Oh, I got a screen share. All right, let me get that out. The Oklo. All right, let me put this here. Tap in before we go live. Oh, interesting. Oh, they have a 4 p.m. thing. I think it's replay. Done, 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 done. All right. Excuse me. I think we would actually been good for the SPX trade. Knee, May 30th, 70 puts. Ooh, should we slam these? Ooh, no. No. What is knee? A utility? Yeah. 2,000 lock, probably a hedge. Yeah, probably a hedge. Does it have any open interest? Why did they buy knee puts? Probably protection. All right, let me see if we're live. Chat, let me know. If not, I have to do something. Mini player. Theater mode. Oh no. Big mode. All right, I can't see the chat. All right, let me know in the chat if maybe I gotta refresh it. What is up with the Chewy? Damn, Chewy squeezing. What bear market? Chewy's vertical. Wow. GameStop squeezing too. Today is a short squeeze day in a lot of stocks. Big squeezes all around. Knee, wow, look at knee, already falling. They're bucking pretty wide, 20 cents wide. And they just went 220 wide. All right, well, it's a lot of volatility. All right, let me know in the chat. We should have the screen. I think. Make sure. All right, it is working. BP, I saw British Petroleum. I thought BP was good. They've been peppering in BP calls. You know, energy. I probably should have kept some Apache yesterday. But the BP, this is this Elliott? management, right? They took a stake in it, right? Yeah, 5% stake. This was April 23rd. So up in here. So they're, break evenish. Yeah, so BP is Elliott. Let me pull up the penny. I don't think I have it on this monitor. Penny. Penny option dashboard. BP, the May 30th, 31 calls. How much are they? Wow, 30,000 have traded. Stock's up 4%. The calls are up 200%. So I will note, I will tell you a BP pattern. Every time they buy BP calls, the stock goes down the next day. So just a heads up there. So if you get a BP position, be more likely to add to that call buy. So if you see the stock dip, wow, they defended 55. Look at that here in SPX. It dipped right around 50, 56, 55 from earlier, and it just popped 10 points. So they're going to defend at 56, 55. That was the level this morning, right? 56, 55. They're going to defend that here in the last 30 minutes of the day. Look at NEE sell. But yeah, BP, I wish I was bullish on the market. I'm really not, though. I say that, and my whole well, actually, I closed out Tesla, so I really don't have. I mean, my retirement and big account is obviously long equities, but nothing really trading. I'm pretty flat. Not a lot of risk on, except some wiretaps. 56, 55. Okay. So that should be defended. I mean, you got about what 9 points in 25 minutes. But yeah, today's pretty much you had that sell off around the open, and then the market's done nothing all day. Literally nothing at all. I mean, it's been a very uneventful market day, hasn't it? Apple's got a divvy. A divvy. A dividend. BP, I wish you'd go down like 5 points. And then I could buy more. Amazon, some 192.5 calls, very, very small size. I need to get rid of these labels. Can't use this chart. It's too small. There we go. Small bet in Amazon. But close out a Tesla today. That was a big one. Really it. Not much else. NVO, they keep buying calls. CCJ, some more calls. NVO popped and dropped. CCJ, that one's been super bullish lately. Camco. Uranium. Look at that run it's been on. This one's been super bullish. Some more CCJ calls. Oh, I day traded some MSTR, but I was in for like 5 minutes. SN, that's a big buyer. May 87 and a halfs. Shark Ninja. Oh, it's post earnings. That's the vacuum company. Oh, wow. I forgot they were public. They're 550 by $6. Oof. Shark Ninja. Huh. I forgot about that one. The Ninja vacuum. Wow. What a throwback. All right, let's see what we got cooking in the chat. GMed? I don't even know what that is. Ew. No thanks. Soundhound? No. Yeah, they're really holding that SPX right at the borderline. All right, where's the YouTube icon? Here we go. Oh, BP. Oh, you got in later. Good job. Oh, did it? Well, it took a while. TKO. I thought I was going to load the boat in TKO today. I did not. I bought 100 shares. That's it. I bought 100 shares at 162 in my Robinhood account, and I put a call option to get assigned stock. But yeah, nothing really. I would have. My intention was to buy all the TKO I could today. The issue is, I thought about it and I was like, I don't think the market is going to rally for the maybe next week because the May monthly expiration. But I was like, if we go sideways for a while, which I think we do, because we're back into consolidation. I'm like, why do I want to buy TKO? Like, what if we make a leg lower? So I peppered in, and I'll probably pepper in more. I got a lot of cash waiting for it. But they had great numbers. You see like how the S&P 2 right back into consolidation. We basically gave all the tariff day stuff is basically right back to neutral. So market's really not trending. Then Dow is actually the worst. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll wait a little bit before blowing my TKO. Maybe I'll wait a little for it. The problem is if it goes up, then I'll have FOMO. But eh, eh, we'll see. We'll see. I tried to buy some more shares, but I didn't get filled. But yeah, good old TKO. But option flow has been pretty light the past few days. Besides that Tesla bull yesterday, what was it, 8 million in Tesla calls? And then we had that big move over 300 today. The reason why I sold Tesla today when we were anticipating 300, just because volatility was pretty juiced. And I was scared we were going to hit 300 and then fade. We actually got a little bit higher than 300. We got to 307, then we faded. I thought we might do this, flirt with 300 and then poop out. And I didn't want to, be late. Let me see though. Let's see if vol probably peaked at 300. Let's take a look. Yes, it did. So vol peaked as we crossed 300. And then vol pretty much faded. So when you're buying or when you're selling options, you want to sell high IV. High IV. But if the market holds, Tesla will hold. If the market sells off, obviously Tesla is going to sell off at a higher rate than the market. It's a high beta, meaning it's a big mover. Intel, nice little pop here out the blue on some volume. Some Intel May 21s. Intel's a name that can always have news with their new CEO. VFC, oh no, I hate VFC. I lost so much money in that stock. I hate it. Not saying it won't work, but I have lost. Wow, they're 25 by 42 cents wide. Jeez. I have gotten burned by that one. Do they report earnings upcoming? I've gotten burned by the VFC. So I refuse to trade it. Earnings were the 30th. So once I get burned by something, it goes on my poop list, we'll say. CRVW. Let's make this bigger. There we go. For the bad eye folks like myself. CRWV. That's a new stock. Oh, they have earnings next week. NVIDIA owns a stake in this company, right? You don't even have a history. CoreWave. CRWV. The implied move is about $8. Wow. May 52 calls. You know, there's 10,000 of the May 50s sitting in open interest. Pricey options for the first earnings. You know, it's never had earnings before. So what you would do is usually with IPOs, you take the high. If you break out over the high, make an alert. You get long. You break down under the lows. You get not short, you get long. I mean, really two case scenarios. And the reason why, even if it sells off a lot, whenever you have to find out when the lockup period is, I don't know when it is for this stock, and they'll pump the stock all the way to the lockup period, then they'll dump it. I just don't know when the lockup period is. But yeah, this one's been very volatile. I remember it. It IPO'd and did bad, and then it rallied massively. Maybe they dumped it here. I'm not sure. It's like a NVIDIA dependent stock, I believe. I haven't followed much of it though. Vista, small calls. What happened to the Wolfies? I don't know, 25%. Yeah, no worries. RNDT. What's that? RDNT. Radanet. Did that hit the scanner? No. Yeah, if it's like an odd stock with not good liquidity, I usually won't even look at it because there's really no point. You know, A, I can't do a trade alert on it because the market's wide, you know, and B, I wouldn't want to trade it anyway. So some tapestry. You know, you have a lot of these, you know, everyone keeps talking about the bear market and all this kind of stuff, but you have a lot of stocks that are like tapestry, luxury goods. Look how bullish it is. China, I mean, Bob is holding up well. You know, so it's like, I don't know. I hear all these people say, you know, bear markets and this and that, doomsday. I mean, I'm leaning bearish. If you said like on a 1 to 10, 10 being the most bearish, 1 being extremely bullish, I would say like I'm a 6, maybe 7. But I mean, look at Bitcoin. You know, pretty vertical. So it's like, I don't know how you get super bearish. What happened to Coinbase? It's at 200. What did they buy yesterday? The 200 puts? Yeah. They're probably what, $1? Geez, they're 50 cents. Good thing I didn't touch that. Yeah. No bueno, that Coinbase. It was up too, I think, at one point, if I recall. Wow, it's 214 this morning? What do they do? Pump and dump it? Jeez. Oh, a lot of pump jobs. If big jumps in the past, what about a straddle? You could. I mean, you'll with straddles, you end up paying a lot of money to maybe make 10, 20%. It's just to me, it's just not worth it. Because then you have to manage it. and one leg you got to close out, the other leg, hopefully it works out. Really, you only want to do a straddle if it's like an unexpected event. And usually the options are priced to perfection. It would have to be like a PDUFA date with a biotech stock. Um, the stock has a history of moving outside the move. Straddles are for people who want to be right, not to make a lot of money. Because then you can say, look, my straddle was right. Well, yeah, because you did both sides, of course. But and then when you have not a big move, you lose money on both sides. So, I don't really care about being right. I'd rather be right one out of every 10 times, and the one time I'm right, you make 10x your money than, you know, the opposite side. So I'm just not a big straddle fan. Straddle, strangles, not for me. Are they going to defend 56-55 with their hearts? Probably. 12 minutes to go. Oh, yeah, Walmart, nice little downtick. Speaking of Walmart, I actually forgot something. I forgot to put on the Walmart puts for wiretap. Wow. I did UBS and CrowdStrike. I forgot to do Walmart puts. I feel like the biggest donkey ever. Oh my God. Now I'm paying 235 for them. I remember we wow, I forgot to do Walmart puts. Pay 234. I remember typing Walmart and everything, and I forgot to go on my broker. What a donkey. Well, I just paid 10+% up for Walmart. Wow. It just hit me. I have it on my other screen. Donkey move. And look, they defended it to the T. Pretty wild how that works, right? They will defend it with everything they have. Well, we are going to close a little bit lower today. Unlike yesterday, we're not going to open where we closed. Pretty wild. How much is the spread right now? 20 cents? 65. Not a lot. Tomorrow should be some fireworks for Friday with monthly expiration. TKO. Oh, they did fill me on a call option. Wow. TKO just dip. Ooh, let me see if I got more shares. TKO. Let's go to TKO. 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 All right. Building back to TKO. I think the biggest TKO position I have is like 120,000. And then I made like 40,000 on the Netflix deal. Or 34,000, I think it was. All right, what else do we got? Anything freaky deaky before the close? Here we go. Found it. Starbucks. Eh. Yeah, today's Friday. What happened in Starbucks? Some small puts. I mean, I would if you're playing Starbucks, I don't, I like I think the market goes lower, but do you really want to buy puts with the stock down 2%? Not really. I don't. So I usually only buy puts when stocks are up and then they go down. ABBV, some repeat puts in ABBV. This is like the third time they bought puts in this pharma stock. I mean, if you want to buy puts, I would do ABBV. They bought the 2 weeks, May 23rd, 187.5 puts that are now deep in the money, and they just bought some 180 puts. I'd rather buy puts on something like that. Repeat put buying. How much are these? Man, they're so wide. 120, 190 by 226. A lot of put flow in the stock. Does ABBV have earnings? No. Why are they loading up on puts? Wow. A lot of puts in ABBV. They bought the 187 and a halfs yesterday. They're actually down in value with the stock down $1. Wow. And maybe add this one to the short watch list or pepper in. Now they just went 60 cents wide. Or maybe try to scale in if you can over the next few days. INQ, no thank you. Tesla, already closed you. Well, the SPX trade would be another winner. I should have done it. I should have done it. I would like to see like some Intel calls. That would be a good one. What happened with Friday? Most alerts. Well, the scanner, news flow scanner, would be number one. Right, it shows you tons of alerts, but you have to pick them. I would say Shadow Trader probably is the most active. Very, very active with a Shadow Trader, like super active. Sweet Green, damn, Sweet Green sold off. Intel's near the highs. They're trading Intel like they want news on it, don't they? Look at that volume here. Why are they buying? What did they hit in Intel earlier? May 21s. I mean, they're cheap, 75 cents. What do y'all think? An Intel flyer into the weekend or not? What do y'all think? We got 4 minutes left. I like to justify my decisions by y'all. What do we think? Was there any big option flow in Intel or just the pennies? These expired. Really? May 1st. That was a while ago. NVIDIA short. All right. No one's into Intel today. We got 3 minutes. Intel's a party pooper. Look, some Nike calls. How do I pass these up? May 63s? This trader must be playing for some Nike news, maybe with the China. How much are these? This is a throwaway bet. They're 21 cents. I think I have to buy Nike calls. I already have a Nike call spread. All right, I'm throwing away $1,000 on Nike calls. So Nike, I'm just going to buy the 59 calls for tomorrow or next week. Throwing away $1,000 unless there's news on Nike. I shouldn't say throwing away. I'm taking a high risk trade in Nike, the May 16 59s. I have the 60. You know what? I'm going to up my dose on the 60 62 call spread too. I'm going to buy 20 of them. Just because Nike hit the penny option scanner. I'm going to buy some more vertical spreads as well. If Nike never hit, I would never do it. But Nike's like crack. I've never done crack, but Nike's like candy. You just want to do it. I mean, that's the saying, just do it. So anything, I bought some more vertical Nikes at 41 and I bought the 59s. We'll see. I mean, there's two things. They're either shorting stock and buying Nike calls, or they're expecting some kind of Nike news happening soon. Yeah. You're up 20% on Intel calls already? Jeez, Vol must be going crazy. Well, SPX looks like it's going to be a winner. You just got to hold 2 more points. 4 more points. Should be good. 10 more seconds. Yeah, you're good. Ooh, some Costco calls that I didn't see those. Probably too late. And you're good. Well, what was the XXP was what? 56 50 What was the XXP from this morning? 565 or 566? 566, 565? Oh, that was a 1 or 2. Well, once again, these end of day Nike bulls come back for either it's Bill Ackman waiting to release some Nike, I don't know what, maybe up to stake, or some Nike China news. But they've been doing this in Nike, I feel like at least once a week now. And obviously shares have done nothing. Bill Ackman is down about $500 million on Nike. So remember, here was the Bill Ackman initial investment. Pardon me, here. So he's down a ton of money, but you know, obviously he could pump a stock. Look what he did with Hertz. I mean, he pumped Hertz 100%. He made that stock double. Obviously, he's not going to get Nike to double. But you know, if Nike, let's say Nike gaps up hypothetically 10%. You know, the 59 calls, stock goes to, let's say, up 5, goes to 64. You 4x your money. I mean, I like the risk versus reward on that. And if it doesn't, you lose without, you know, options go to 0 and, you know, no harm, no foul. Damn. Good job, Jack. $1,800 today. Yeah, it's on Telegram. Good job. Good job. Very good. All right. But yeah, it would have been another winner out there. Another day. You did have to thread the needle a little bit. You got a little 5 point, 4 point cushion. Yeah. I thought the Fed speakers would move the market a little bit more. The market literally didn't move all day. So at all. Zilch. Costco, some end of the day calls. Interesting. Costco hasn't been moving either. That's a decent 360 grand for Costco. It's pretty big. So you don't see Costco hit every day. It's expensive though. Very. Yeah, he does. He wants to be the next Warren Buffett. That he does. That he does. You know what stock, the Trump stock, Boeing? This was my top Trump stock. And this year it opened at like 175. You only had to take a massive drawdown to finally be break even. But yeah, Boeing was one of the biggest winners of the first term. What was the first term? 2016, right? Yeah. Boeing went from like 100 to 400. So we'll see. I think maybe we cruise next week, pretty neutral. Because I'm thinking maybe with the monthly expiration, nothing crazy happens. And then maybe after that, maybe a little downside, but market's been pretty flat though the past few days. All right, everyone. So it'll be a 1 cent. So for LKT, if you did the 556, 555, so you got what, 20 cents, 25 cents, right? So instead of it expiring at max value, it'll expire at 99%. So we'll just do the subtraction. So 56, 565.99. So it'll be 1 cent. Instead of zero, like normally when it expires, it'll just be 1 cent. So you'll make, pretty much everything. You'd be at a 99% win instead of 100%. But yeah, nothing's needed. That's it. So you're still good. Yep. Still good to go. So like you see how this is a bad mark, 0.01 by 0.25. Really, this should be 0.1. And this will be 0. So it'll be 1 cent. So, everything's still good. As long as it's not over the price you paid. So your break even is 56.580 if you got 20 cents, or 56.575 you got 25 cents. Yep. Oh yeah, hit the like button. Everyone, have a happy weekend, a fantastic Mother's Day, and it's graduation too. Week over here, and I am not going to any graduations. I avoided all of them today. I was supposed to go all day. I didn't. At night, I'm supposed to go to graduation parties. I'm not. Zilch. I got out of all of them. But Mother's Day, I will be going to brunch for that. Yes, Omar, you would have to be on the Telegram for it. And you could set like a notification, stuff like that. Oh, good. You did it after the Fed speakers. Nice. Very, very nice. I love to see it. Love it, love it. All right, let me make sure I got everything here. If you did shoot me an email, and I did not get back to you yet, if you just sent me an email like the past few hours, um, damn Don. Don just emailed me 270 bucks. Um, but if you did shoot me an email, let's say yesterday or the previous days, and I didn't get back to you, just resend it because I looked at my emails earlier and I noticed I had a lot of old emails and I don't really remember. Uh, oh, I don't have my camera on. Really? Wow. I didn't have the camera on this whole time. Um, so I need to re-catch up on emails. So if I missed yours, I didn't mean to. I just it might have got I might have archived it. And or start it, and I might not have ever got back to it. I usually do them when I've been having to take Espen salt baths, and so I've been doing them on when I'm soaking in the Espen salt and salt, and sometimes I get distracted or forget. Oh, look at that, doing it Iron Condor. Woo wee. Um, but yeah, I just resend it. That's what I meant. Yeah. Because I did see some emails and I'm like, did I respond? That was a long time ago. And I don't remember. And then I have Mitch, my assistant, going through filtering emails, but sometimes I miss them. Trying to check them now. Oh, Stephanie, I missed yours. Wow. I got to get to you. Or I'll click on it and I forget. How do I go to unread? I need to get to Stephanie's email. All right, I'm going to log off, gang. I'm going to try to go to some emails. Mitch, if you're on, can you go the email from Stephanie and make sure it's like unread? I don't know how to do that. So I remember to reply. It won't do it till the day of, Sabrina. Oh, thank you, Alan. Appreciate you. Man, y'all, I said, hey, I'm not doing a trade today, and I guess everyone did. Oh, I should tell Rodney this because I was like, hey, it's Friday. Maybe nothing today. Well, everyone still did them. Oh, that's funny. All right. Oh, yes. Happy Mother's Day as well, everyone out there. Again, never thank you enough. And let me get to emails now. And then I will be back Monday. I'll actually be in the office Monday. So it will be pretty cool. Maybe you'll see some familiar faces. I don't know who. Probably just me. Maybe Jeremy. Maybe I'll get Tom if he's there. He probably won't be there. Who else is in the office? Graham. I think he was in Hawaii with Chuck. I think that's it. All right. Did I miss anything on my phone? Probably. Probably. All right. Let me log off here.